Hi, my name is Bernie Crawford. I'm an academic advisor at Thompson Rivers University in Kamloops, British Columbia. Today what I'm going to do is tell you about the Bachelor of Arts program that we have here. I'm going to talk about the admission requirements, basic requirements just getting into the program, some of the options that students can do when they're in the degree. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the course planning for students. We'll talk a little bit about where you can do timetabling, registration, find some information and some help, and just about your MyTRU account. What you're looking at when you're doing a Bachelor of Arts at TRU is it takes 120 credits. At TRU, we're semesterized. We have a fall semester, September to December, and a winter semester, which is from January till April. What students do when they take a course in the fall is it's a 3-credit course, and the maximum that we'll let students do is 15 credits or 5 courses. So the one thing I love about the Bachelor of Arts degree is it's so flexible. Students can choose the load, how many courses they want to do each semester. They can take one and take quite a bit a longer time in order to complete their degree, or if they take 5 in the fall, 5 in the winter, they'll finish their degree in 4 years. One of the things you need in order to graduate is a 2.0. TRU is on a 4.33 scale. A 2.0 is actually a C average. That's someone that gets 60%. So we will not grant a credential unless the overall GPA for the Bachelor of Arts courses is at a 2.0. There is information on our website, so if you go to the search and you just click in grade point average, you'll be able to see what our scale is for marking our courses. Overall, what we do is we look at how many credits a student does at the 1,000 level. So we're on a system where 1,000 is first-year courses, 2,000 is second-year courses, etc. So what we're going to do is we're going to cap how many credits that you can do at the 1,000 level. It's a maximum of 42. So divide that by 3 and that works out to 14 first-year courses. You don't have to do that many, but if you do a 15th or a 16th or maybe even a 17th course, you're actually going to graduate with extra credits because we're only going to take 14 of them. Once you get into 3rd and 4th year, you have to do a minimum of 48 credits at the 3rd and 4th year level, or the 3,000, 4,000 level. And that's a requirement for everybody. It doesn't matter what you're interested in doing within a Bachelor of Arts. The other thing that I like about arts is because it's so flexible, you can also do 12 credits or 4 courses outside of the arts, science, and business. And later on in this video, I'll show you where our BA advising sheet is that you can download, and it explains more what kind of courses you can put into these outside credits. Like every degree, every university, students need to make sure that they have the prerequisites for the courses that they want to take, and if it's noted in the course description, also a co-requisite. For example, students may have to do a first-year math course if they're doing a first-year physics, but that's in the science degree, and art students usually don't have to worry about that. Admission into the Bachelor of Arts degree. TRU, or Thompson Rivers University, has 3 open programs. One is arts, one is science, one is the business program. So admission into the Bachelor of Arts says that students need to have gotten a BC grade 12 or an equivalent. An equivalent is from another province possibly, or from another country, but it also can be something what we call mature student status. Mature student status is for individuals who never did graduate from grade 12, but they are 19 years of age or older and they've been out of the high school system for at least 2 years. So we'll let them come in the door just like someone that's got a grade 12, but we always make sure that the prerequisites are met. So whether you're a high school grad or a mature student, you still need to have the requirements to enter into first year English. So within the Bachelor of Arts, the basic requirements is that everybody has to do 6 credits of first year English. There are 9 credits of scientific and formal reasoning. There's a breadth requirement, a distribution requirement, a second language requirement. This messes up people sometimes. What we're asking here is that students have on their transcript a language to the grade 12 level, or they have to pick up 6 credits when they're at TRU. And we also have a writing intensive. For instance, students that maybe want to go into a psych major or a math major, they don't write an awful lot of essays. So what we're doing is we're asking students to do at least 2 courses with intensive writing in the first 2 years, and 2 courses at the 3rd and 4th year level. So the different options that we have within a Bachelor of Arts is we actually ask the students to start to explore. Arts stands for liberal arts, and it's really meant for students to try and explore and look at different areas that they may never have been exposed to when they're in high school. For instance, sociology or philosophy. Lots of students have done English courses and they're in history and geography, but they haven't done a lot of these other types of courses. And that's what arts allows students to do. Arts also is used as a base to go into other areas, maybe into a professional program like elementary education, or to prepare themselves to go into law. There's lots of reasons why people take an arts program. We have a fairly large counseling department on campus, and we always recommend students that are still kind of exploring what they might want to do with their career or their educational goal is actually to meet with a counselor and do some of that work ahead of time. To meet with an advisor, we're like step 2. So that means the students have to have some sort of an idea, at least, what they might like to do within arts. In order to do the first 2 years, students do 60 credits or 20 courses. So in the first 2 years, typically you do 20 courses. The last 2 years you do 20 courses as well. And so it's really broad. So the first 2 years is to lay the groundwork for things that you might want to do when you're at 3rd and 4th year. You're also in the first 2 years preparing the prerequisites so that you can access those 3rd and 4th year courses. For instance, in order for you to get into an English course, you need to have 6 credits at first year. To get into a 3rd year history, you need to have 3rd year standing and at least 6 credits at the 1st and 2nd year level. So you need to make sure that you're doing the prerequisites with a thought to what it is that you might want to do when you're in 3rd and 4th year. Declaring major. This is what a lot of students really have problems with. They're coming to us and they're really a little bit scared, I guess, about what it is that they might want to do with their future, and they're going, I don't know what my major is. Well, TRU won't require students to declare their major until their last semester at 2nd year, going into their 3rd year. And the reason for that is because arts is broad, we allow students to try different things. So you may have come in saying, yes, I really want to do a psychology major because you did Psych 12 when you were in high school, and then you do history. And because you go, I really like the history courses, I'm going to go in and do a major possibly in history. It's what a major really means is in your last 2 years, if you have 20 courses, 10 of those 20 are actually in your area that you want to do. The only kind of odd or exception, I guess, is history. They require 11 courses or 33 credits of your last 60. Students that have 2 areas that they're quite interested in can do a major and a minor. So if a major is 10 of your last 20 courses or 30 credits in your area, a minor is a lesser amount. It typically is 6 of your last 20 courses or 18 credits in your area. And what you're doing the first 2 years is just preparing for the prerequisites to access those courses once you're in 3rd and 4th year. A double major is someone that really is interested in 2 areas, so they might do 10 courses in English and 10 courses in psychology, and they're working towards doing a double major. We also have honors programs, and those are for students that want to go a little bit deeper in their subject area. And again, more information is on our website as to which departments we offer honors in. We also have, for those students that don't want to do a major, a general studies program. And so those are much more self-directed, and we ask students that they choose at least one department and put 18 credits into that. So they're actually building their own concentration. It isn't the department saying, you must do these courses. They leave it up to the student to choose the courses that they want to do. So what we've got up here on the screen right now is a typical first year program for someone that's coming in. They've met the 73% in their English. That is what students require. It's their in-class mark with their government exam within the last 5 years. We're looking for students to get a B grade. And so they can go into the English 1100, which is a composition course. In the January semester, they'll have an option of choosing whatever literature course they want, whether it's prose fiction, poems, or plays. If the student hasn't already finished their grade 12 language other than English, and it's on a transcript, then they can put in their second language and do it at TRU in their first year. If they have their grade 12 already, or they choose to delay their language to 2nd year, for instance, they can just choose 2 electives. We always ask the students to at least start to do their scientific and formal reasoning courses, so we normally plan a student in the fall for one and in the winter for the other. And we have many courses here that don't require high school background. Like for instance, we have geology, we have geography. We also have 2 archaeology courses, we have computing courses. We have even a physics 1010, which is physics for future leaders. It's a non-physics, non-math based course. So students can choose to do those. Typically what we also have for students is we let them choose electives. And so when people are they're exploring what it is that they might want to be doing, that's what we've got up here, is that when they choose their electives is they may want to look at a potential major. So for instance, if someone wants to major in economics, they need to put the micro and macroeconomics in there. They have to start doing some of the courses to prepare for what they need to do to get into those courses at the third year level. What you're also going to see on here is typically it's 15 credits per semester. Divide that by 3, that's 5 courses. That is the maximum that we will allow students to carry each semester. Full-time status at TRU is 3 courses, 4 courses, or 5 courses. So for students that are wanting to get a student loan, they need to be a full-time student. And for loan purposes, it's either 60%, 80%, or 100% of a course load. So that would be loanable. Also for loans, only first year courses will count. So if students have to do an upgrading course, for instance, they did not get the B grade in their English 12, they're going to have to do an upgrading. That's an O-level or a university preparatory course. It won't count for loan purposes. We also talk about balance. It's really important that students, when they come to TRU, are aware that we expect them to do homework. It's not high school anymore. So roughly what we're looking at for every hour in class, students should really be putting in at least 2 hours of homework. So someone that's in an arts program is typically in class 15 to 22 hours a week. So you got to double that, and you have at least 40 hours of homework. So when I talk about balance, we want students to sleep. We want you to do some recreational work. You have to go to class. You have to do your homework. If you're planning to work part-time, you have to put everything in balance. So typically someone that's in 5 courses each semester, if they're organized, they do go to class, they do their readings ahead of time, they do their homework, they can probably carry about a 5 to 10 hour work week outside of TRU. If they're starting to work around 15 hours a week, many students drop down to 4. If you're planning to work about 20 hours a week, you should really consider only 3 courses. You can't do everything. Okay, where I'm going to take you now is actually to the TRU homepage. So we're at www.tru.ca. And if you click on the programs and courses, what you'll find, and this little bar goes across many of the pages of our homepage, of all our web pages. But if you click on that, you'll be able to go into the arts faculty. You can then do more research on each of our departments: psychology, anthropology, sociology, political studies, this kind of stuff. So that's something that we do ask students to do, because when you're aware of the kind of program that you're getting yourself into, you're getting more excited, and hopefully that's why your grades will be a lot better. Once you've done and chosen your courses, you're also going to be expected to timetable and to also register for your courses. So off the home page, you're going to see this other link, and it says register for courses. When you go there, there's going to be a bunch of tabs on the left-hand side, and it's going to show you how do you do timetabling, how do you actually register, where do you go to ask things like for money matters, or what tuition costs are. There's a lot of information on those tabs that we expect students to read through. They're step by step. There's also videos that you can do for timetabling registration as well. So what I'm going to do is bring you back to academic advising, because I need to show you some of the other information that we have for students that are interested in the Bachelor of Arts. So if you click on the left-hand side and you go to the program resources, what we have is for all of our degrees, we have their own section. And there's lots of different things here. This is a link right here back to the Bachelor of Arts website. This information sheet's a 4-page sheet, and it's something that you can print yourself. And everything that I've talked about with regards to the English requirement or scientific and formal reasoning, the breadth, the distribution, the second language, and the writing intensive, it's all listed on there. There's lots of other little sheets that we have for someone that's interested in going into our revised geography and environmental studies major, or maybe they want a minor in biology. That's possible for someone that's in a Bachelor of Arts, just like it is in management. This is another minor that students could end up doing in. There's a check sheet, and what the check sheet does, and again, it's something you can download, it actually helps you to count your first year courses, your third year courses, and fourth year courses, so that you're not taking too many. It also has a list of those writing intensive courses that have been approved by the Faculty of Arts. And then there's also a BA tutorial. It's a PowerPoint presentation. It takes maybe 7-8 minutes to go through. But again, everything that I've said, for those students that learn by reading or possibly by looking at visual screens, you'll be able to see that in the BA tutorial. So thank you very much for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, you can always look more through our website, but we also have contact information and you can email us. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.